Welcome guys to a brand new video on solo leveling Arise. Now this is a very important video because I went ahead and tested which artifact set is best for Song Jin-woo. Now we already know about 3 different builds for Song Jin-woo that everyone recommends, including myself, which was using the Destroyer set, which basically allows you to ult faster, and that's pretty good. And then there's the armed set, which is just focusing on increasing your attack damage. And then the third one, which was the Toughness set, which was focused on crit rate and crit damage. Now I really wanted to focus on the difference between the armed set as well as the crit set. The reason for that was because I actually wanted to switch my build. So you guys should have noticed, okay, my build has actually changed right now. Before I was running a full armed set, which I will show you guys the stats difference between the armed set and the Toughness set, because I wanted to make sure that the stats were actually quite close so that we can actually do a proper testing with minimum changes, so that we can actually properly test which artifact provides us with better set effects. Is it the crit rate one with the crit damage, or the one where it's focused on increasing the user's attack and also ignoring 15% of target's defense? And that's what I really wanted to focus on with my testing. Now I have a quick gameplay that I will show you guys. Not even a quick gameplay, I will have gameplay on the bottom of the video where you guys can go ahead and watch my testing, because I have gotten the results. And I do think in a match, I do think the Toughness set does have a slight edge. Now for my testing, it is kind of comparable. Both sets are kind of comparable with one another, the armed set as well as the Toughness set. The difference was not that huge. The only time I saw a huge difference was when I ulted, and that's why I gave the edge towards the Toughness set, because when you ult, the crit damage and the crit rate actually benefits you a lot, because you can actually do an insane amount of damage that can potentially just kill the boss. Whereas when I was using the armed set, I frequently noticed that I could not kill the boss when I ulted. So the way I tested was 2 ways. First of all, I went all the way to chapter 18, and I was basically challenging this particular one, but I made sure that the weapon I used were exactly the same, and I also made sure that the blessing stones I was using were exactly the same. The skills were exactly the same between each of my testing, but I then realized this was probably not a good way to test it out. But again, for that testing, I did find that the Toughness set had a little bit of an edge. It wasn't insane. It's not something I would recommend you guys to entirely change your build just because there was a slight improvement. So I wanted to check it properly. So what I did was go over to Battlefield of Time, and then in here I went to floor 25 of player. And essentially I did not use any of the support characters. I did not use any of the shadows. I went in straight with just Song Jin-woo, and I used the same exact weapon. I kept the build the exact same in terms of the skills and the blessing stones. The only thing I changed was the artifacts on the left, and that was pretty much it. And I have my results, which I will go ahead and tell you guys right now. But before I carry on, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content on solo leveling Arise. You guys have been showing me so much support. We are really close, honestly, to 16k subscribers. We keep gaining a lot of subscribers every single day. So just a quick reminder, if you guys are enjoying my content and you don't want to miss out on future content on solo leveling Arise, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and make sure that bell icon is also clicked on so you guys get notified when a new video is released. Now we do have 2 other missions we must achieve by the end of May, besides of course reaching 16k subscribers, which is the content creator program for Netmarble. So Netmarble has their own content creator program where you can support content creators. I will have a link in the description and in the comment section where you guys can go ahead and press the link and go ahead and support me as a content creator. I will be giving back to the community by giving coupon codes. So I believe that is something that content creators get given, so we'll give to the community. So yeah, I will be giving out coupon codes when that is actually given out as well. We want to get, or I want to get at least 20 supporters by the end of May, but I honestly think we can easily surpass that and get all the way to like 30 supporters or 40 supporters. So make sure you are pressing that. And lastly, let's get 50 likes in today's video. That is our like goal, and always our like goal for the rest of the videos released in May. Okay, so my results. Essentially, when I was using the arm set, I was able to kill the boss and I had 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining. So basically what I was checking was how fast can I kill the boss with only Song Jin-woo. So basically I went into this basically, and I looked at the timer at the right, which tells you how much time you had left. Essentially, that's what I was testing. And at the end of killing this boss, I found that I had 1 minute and 38 seconds on my first round. I tried this 4 times just to make sure I get a range of like times. The second time I tried this, I was able to clear the boss and I had 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining. The third time I had 1 minute and 42 seconds remaining, and then the last one I got 1 minute and 48 seconds. Now this could be due to the fact that I got used to the boss, so I was dodging more frequently, I was dodging accurately, and blah 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 blah. But the damage, as you can see, was actually pretty good in terms of like being able to kill the boss. And then when I went ahead and switched my build to the crit set, so the toughness gear, I was able to kill the boss between 1 minute and 52 seconds left, which 52 seconds left, sorry. So if you want to look at the damage difference between, you know, the armed and crit, it's like a 10 second increase, 10 second decrease, I guess, which means you were able to kill faster with the toughness set. Now, the reason why I believe I was able to kill faster with the toughness set against this particular boss was when I was able to actually ult, the boss was left with 20 bars, around 20 bars, and when I ult with the crit set, I was able to kill straight away. Whilst I ulted, the enemy died. However, when I did that with the arm set, I was unable to kill, so therefore I had to spend a little bit more time on field using my other skills to bring down the boss's HP. So it entirely was based on the ult and the amount of damage I was able to do. So I do think the arm set and crit set are comparable with one another, but the crit set has a slight edge, especially when you're ulting. The damage from the ult with the crit set will be better compared to the arm set. That is something I have noticed. But again, I wouldn't recommend you guys, if you have a really solid build on your arm set, do not go ahead and just change it just because, you know, you have the toughness set. As long as you have good good substats, I guess you can actually then change your build. But I do think at the end of the day, toughness set is definitely the one you want to go for. But again, it's not like a huge difference. So I wanted to show you guys the stats difference because I tried to make sure that the stats was as close as possible. So right now, this is the crit one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. What we want to focus on is the one that will increase our damage. So crit rate 50%, crit damage 152.11. And then we also took a look at defense penetration and damage increase 2.9 and 6.5. Now you will notice that this is actually quite similar to my other set. So I've done this switch like 6 times now because I've recorded this video like billions of times. So let me just quickly show you right now. We're going to switch over to the arm set. Let's go again. For this one, it was this one. And for this one, it was this one. I can't lie, I do feel like the arm set has a slight advantage in terms of my investment into it and the lucky main stats, as you can see. Attack percentage in this one, and then yeah, attack percentage compared to my crit one, which was just flat attack number. And I also got additional damage increase in here compared to just crit rate. Literally, that's the only beneficial thing here. So you will notice that with the arm set, we go over to here, the crit rate falls down by like 2%. The crit damage is exactly the same, like exactly the same. Can you imagine? Exactly the same. Now the defense penetration is exactly the same, but the damage increase, was slightly higher by like 5%. So hey, that could have affected it. So I do think overall my arm set does have a slight advantage over my crit set, but at the end of the day, the crit set was still able to get that W. So at the end of the day, I do think the toughness set is definitely the better one to go for with Song Jin-woo. But at the end of the day as well, if you don't have good substats, don't worry too much just yet. Just keep farming and eventually you will get a pretty decent one. So let me just quickly go over to this one. So as you can see, this one has like, actually, yeah, this is kind of terrible right there. Even this one, I would have liked the inside attack, but okay. We will switch over to this one. And then lastly, Honestly, the boots are really good. Crit rate, crit damage. This is really good actually. And then if you take a look at mine as well, attack percentage, pretty good, pretty good. Now do be aware though that this set percentage does not show on here. So you do actually have an extra 8% crit rate, and you do have an extra 32% crit rate. So the testing was this better than the attack increased by 5% and the ignoring of defense? So yeah, it just kind of boiled down to how much damage can you do with your ult, and the crit rate was kind of better. So yeah, now I just have to invest a little bit more into my crit set for Sung Juru, and he will be a lot stronger. But hopefully this clarifies which set is better for him. I am going to be running this set from now on, because literally it works well, I guess. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content on solo leveling Arise. If you feel like there's a better way to test this, let me know as well. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.